we're working with our agent, we're working with our mortgage broker. And so 2 days later, we're going to start looking at houses.
Yeah, get out there. Get out there. See everything. Have a blast. And I'm serious about that. Like, don't ever feel like you're bothering your agent, number one.
Okay.
I get that feedback a lot. We're like, well, we don't want to bother you, but this property. It's like, no, guys, that's the job.
Should I be surfing Zillow and like finding houses I want to look at? Are you going to show them to me? Like, how does that
Probably some combination.
Okay.
Probably some combination of both.
And then what if I'm working at like, what if I want to see the house during the day or at night? And like, what do I do when I get there? Do I take my shoes off? I got questions.
So a good full-time agent will be able to show you the home pretty much any time of day.
Okay.
That's probably a good point, is you probably want to work with a full-time agent, not a part-time agent. Now, again, nothing wrong with part-time agents, but there have been a lot of issues in this fast market where a lot of part-time agents have lost homes for their clients because they just simply couldn't get out there fast enough.
Right.
So they're working a full-time job, and then they got a kid's birthday tonight. So I'm so sorry, we can't go until tomorrow. Well, the house is gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because again, if it's a great house, it's not going to last in any market. It doesn't. Even in 2008, a great house did not last.
Right.
Yeah.
If it's a deal, it's a deal. It doesn't matter what the year is.
Yep. And generally speaking, showings happen between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. and pretty much everything in between is fair game. There are some sellers that will say, well, for this specific home, these 3 days of the week, I work from home. So from 8 to 3 or 8 to 4, I don't want showings because I'm on meetings in corporate America all day. So, but a real estate agent won't be able to look at showing time and determine, okay, they've got these times blocked off.
Yeah.
So they'll be able to tell you, I'm so sorry, this home is not available at 2 o'clock, but it is available at 4 o'clock.
Right. Which brings up another point. Like, let's say I have a lot of faith in my research skills. And I'm like, forget this. I don't need a real estate agent. I can find the right lender. I can find the right title company. And I can research the municipal requirements.
And please tell me you're not using ChatGPT to do all that.
It sounds like maybe that's not the world's best idea.
Yeah.
But why?
It's not the world's best idea. Well, you should be, as a buyer or seller, you should be doing your own research, I believe.
Yes.
But you should pass it through that great real estate agent and that great lender as well. Because there's a lot of really bad information out there. And we get these questions all the time about it, right? Like, well, why can't I have this loan program?
Right.
Well, this loan program doesn't work because it's not a rural zone, or the zone, like as an example. Like that's a question we get once a month where a buyer says, hey, ChatGPT said I could buy this home with only 1% down. It's like, well, yes and no. Can you buy a home with 1% down? Yes. Can you buy this home with 1% down? No.
Right.
No. Right.
But what about even seeing houses? What about showings and things like that? Can I just open up somebody's lockbox and go in?
No. You got to go in with a licensed real estate agent.
So if I want to see these houses outside of open houses, I really need a real estate agent. Because I think that's kind of a question a lot of people have that I hear.
Yep. And so that was a problem back in 2008 and 9.
Right.
When there were a lot of foreclosures on the market, there were some real estate agents out there because they were showing so many properties per buyer because there were 45 properties to go see.
Yeah.
And a lot of buyers would want to go see all 45 properties, which is fair. That's fair. This is going to be this is a very large investment, right? Not only is it your home, but it's an investment. But some agents got a little quirky and decided to hand out some lock boxes. So the MLS, the Multiple Listing Service, and the Board of Realtors made a change. If a real estate agent is caught handing out a lockbox, the first fine is $1,000, second fine is $10,000.
A lockbox code. You mean so that you can do it yourself?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's a no-go.
That's a very big no-go.
And certainly, if you're selling your home, you probably want to know
who's coming in, who's coming out,
and you want them to have some licensing requirements. Hopefully, at least, so we know who the heck they are.
For sure. 100%.
I mean, it checks out.
Yeah. I mean, I would never give a lockbox to a purchaser under any circumstance. Right. Even if the seller said it was okay to, because this is my bread and butter, my livelihood. Yeah. So then the other question comes in: if a real estate agent says, "Hey, look, why don't I just give you the code? You can go," that would probably be the point I'd fire the real estate agent. Right. Because if they're willing to go against the code of ethics in that fashion, what else are they willing to bend?
That's a very good point. Yeah. Because a lot of people don't realize that realtors have a code of ethics. Yeah. And that's a pretty strict. It's a pretty strict set of requirements too, which I think should be reassuring to most people.
It is. It is.